Okay, check. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3.
Let's think about it. 1 second.
But I want to link it to conserving the ocean, skin and the ocean.
It's a really big deal, though.
I think it is a big deal because we're trying to protect people and we're trying to protect marine life at the same time.
Yes,
right?
yes.
And the work you're doing is spectacular in demonstrating the importance of one of the columns of life on Earth. We're working on another one concurrently.
Yeah, but I agree. And I think, we're excited to talk about charismatic megafauna, right? The big stuff.
Yeah.
But of course, a drop in the water is no longer just a drop in the water. Charismatic megafauna depends on the benthic ecosystem, right?
Yeah.
And that's where the coral is.
Yeah.
So the whole cycle is affected by us just to try to protect our skin.
I know.
It's
and
just
it's
so important.
what really hit me really hard in the beginning was that it was one drop was enough to start a viral epidemic of dormant viruses in the coral. They're there already,
Right.
but they're activated, they're triggered, and suddenly you get this viral epidemic killing a whole reef, a whole section of reef.
Wow.
It's just,
And the impact on that, right?
and the effect of that, through the food web.
Yeah,
right?
absolutely.
All the way up. Yeah.
One little piece of coral is housing, diverse species, all these little invertebrates. Like, you don't realize that there's so much going on right there, all so that someone, again, doesn't hurt their skin. We got to find a better solution. It sounds like you've got it.
Well, we're working on that, and then we're also working on the next generation of ingredients, which come from ocean life itself. So here's another amazing revelation to me as a non-scientist, was that nature protects itself from the sun as well.
Okay.
So there are compounds present in the eyes of fish and in seaweed that are protecting them from the UV rays. And we're beginning to isolate those and extract them. And we've got one product that already has that in. And the next generation is to try and extract those and purify them at an economically viable way.
Sure.
And that's the next thing we're going to be working on. So,
Oh my gosh.
science doesn't stand still, right? As
No,
you know
I would
yourself.
hope not. But especially, looking into the world of algae, right? Or kelp is going to be always a good idea. And I love the idea of even asking the question, how is it possible for algae to live in such warm water in some places? And that sunscreen, right?
Yes.
And that direct light when it's really, really clear.
Yeah, that's how the discovery was made.
Really?
Yeah.
It's brilliant.
It was an Australian man who was standing on a reef in Australia when the water, I think the tide was out or something, and he saw the reef emerge out of the water. And he thought, how does it stay alive when it's exposed to the sunlight quite so brightly? And that's how they identified a family of compounds called mycosporine-like amino acids. And there's a whole range of them which protect from different wavelengths of the sun's rays.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's so exciting.
Yeah, it's good.
I think it's great to get this information out there. And again, I think it's nice, inside it seemed like there was a conversation of, I feel bad for buying what was supposed to be reef safe and now it's not. Just getting the truth.
Well, that's one of the challenges is not making people feel silly because they've got something that, that's a communications challenge.
Sure.
So one of the things we try and do is give them the opportunity to upgrade to something that's more credible, perhaps.
I like that.
Rather than tell them that they made a mistake. It's just not a nice thing to do.
No, nobody wants to feel that way.
People did it in good faith.
Yes.
Right?
Actually, probably spent extra money to try to do the right thing.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, that's good. Additionally, the not so great sunscreen, is there a better way to dispose of it than just putting it into your bin?
Well, that's always a difficult one because really we blame big companies that make plastic bottles for the plastic pollution. In reality, we should be blaming ourselves for not having the infrastructure to recycle them properly.
Okay.
And we recently got involved with an organization called Ocean Integrity, who take up more plastic from the ocean than any other organization. They work in 43 countries.
Really?
And it's they that made me aware of the fact that in reality, we're not, the big companies not to blame because we're buying their products and drinking them.
Yep.
And they have to be put in something.
Yes.
But it's the way that we, with our governments, are not equipped to recycle those bottles. So, So, yes, recycling and disposal is always an issue, but it's somewhat out of our control as a company.
And is ATHEC trying to use a different type of bottle?
We are. We're using a green PE bottle, which is a bottle made from sugarcane, its origin. So it's it has circularity in one aspect,
Okay.
and it's sustainable.
Hmm.
The end product is still probably pretty much the same as any other plastic, but at least the journey of manufacturing it is more sustainable, and the carbon footprint of the manufacturing process is lower, and we're not using fossil fuels.
Sure.
But even there, when you think about fossil fuels, the irony is we're talking about crude oil. Crude oil is organic.
I know.
It's, you know, it's a basic natural element left well alone 300 meters on the rock.
right.
It's great.
Yeah.
Bring it to the surface and pour millions of gallons of it into the ocean, and it's
Right.
not compatible.
No, I know.
Yeah.
It's like God made dirt, dirt don't hurt. That's not totally true all the time.
Exactly.
All organics are not equal.
No.
Yeah,
no.
yeah. I understand.
So we look forward to protecting you on your next journey there.
That was very generous. You didn't
Thank
have
you.
to do that. Some of the strongest rays on the planet are actually in Antarctica.
I know, and the reflective index is
it's
huge.
Insane.
Yeah.
So I look forward to being the proof that
Very good.
I'll slap that on every day and show you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very
All right.
much. Thank you.
Guys, perfect.
Great.
Thank you.
Oh yeah. Done.
It's done, yeah.
Okay.
Awesome.
Great. You're amazing.